And I'll haunt your nightmares. Little did you know that I like fear. When you turn, I'll be right there. You should be afraid, you should be scared. Out of the darkness, out of the fear, here comes the monster waiting in there. Heart rate is rising, some call it scared. You'll feel the chill start raising your hairs. It's too late, you're here now. I hope that you're prepared, cause there's no getting out. You can feel the energy, dark like a cloud. Electrified by panic, terror and doubt. Don't cross me or you'll learn quick the hard way that I'm not one to mess with. I got a mind and that mind's full of mean tricks. I'll plant a seed in your red where the fear will stick. And I'll haunt your nightmares. Little did you know that I like fear. When you turn, I'll be right there. You should be afraid, you should be scared. We're all alone, you're on your own. It's you and me who's going home. Look up, cause I'm right here. Welcome to a real life nightmare. Push all your dreams. A demon preys on the weak. You better watch out for me. Mistakes were made, you will see. You should've never crossed me, cause now you'll never stop me. Revenge was my calling. Now you're a dead man walking. And I'll haunt your nightmares. Little did you know that I like fear. When you turn, I'll be right there. You should be afraid, you should be scared. We're all alone, you're on your own. It's you and me who's going home. Look up, cause I'm right here. Welcome to a real life nightmare.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. It is Friday, and that means Friday. Today we are returning to Amnesia. Now last time we finished Amnesia the Dark Descent and bagged 3 gold trophies for the 3 different endings. So today we are going to play the DLC of this game. And let me be honest, I mentioned during my previous streams that I have indeed played Amnesia the Dark Descent once a long time ago. And it's not difficult to imagine since this game was released back in 2010. It is a 15-year-old game and it's still absolutely amazing. Now that time I just pretty much ran through the base game and mostly forgot everything about it. So in a way I had a first playthrough kind of experience even now. However, I do not remember the DLC at all. I would like to say that I have never played it. Maybe it wasn't out when I played the base game, maybe I just didn't know it was a thing. Perhaps I played it and I just completely forgot about it. But the point is that I don't know pretty much anything about this DLC called Amnesia Justine. The only thing that I looked up is that it is supposed to be quite short. But I digress. If you have ever seen a live stream of mine, you know I do like to take my time with games. So I think we don't have to worry about how long the game is. But with that in mind, let's start up Amnesia Collection. Now, what I am really quite interested in is, first of all, what is this hole in the wall here? Because with the Dark Descent we had this image from the castle, but here this looks different. Do we get a menu or we get thrown into the game right away? When you see this icon, do not turn off the system. The interplay between light and dark is very important to the game, and because of this, it is vital to set up the gamma correctly. Use the slider control below to do so. Adjust it until the square at the right is barely visible. Wonderful, I do not see any squares. Also make sure to play in a dark room and wear headphones for the best effect. Welcome in, Schmoozer. Thank you for the daily check-in as well as the hydrate. Let me return to OBS and make the counter appear, because it for some odd reason decided to disappear. No, that's the death counter. That's the hydrate counter. There it is. 80 out of 100. Thank you very much. How are you doing today? Greetings from my vacation. I hope you are having a wonderful vacation. I saw your double week schedule and I'm really happy that you finally get some time to spend relaxing. I hope your vacation is just amazing. Now, let's see what we can do with the gamma. I know that last time I started with the default one and then I had to change it because I couldn't see a darn thing. So let's see what we have. Have to leave, bad connection. Have a nice stream. Thank you very much and I hope you enjoy your vacation. What is that? Nakio! Do you want to lose a finger by any chance? Because I can arrange it. Booping my nose like that? How dare you? It always gets my nose all itchy. I don't like it. No, actually, give me a moment to check my own VOD in this case, because I do remember that I had to change this exact setting in the base game, and I think the best idea would be to just mimic that same setting, except I have to be honest with you, I don't remember what I changed it to. My two ideas, it was either 1.3 or it was 2, but I'm not sure which one, so I will waste a tad bit of time here and actually try to find the right time in the VOD so I can mimic the same setting. I think it's somewhere around here. I remember the place where I changed it. Interesting how the mind works. If you can connect something to another memory, you can remember it better. Oh, there it is. I went up to 1.3. Alright. Well, then we are going to do exactly that. 1.3. No, I'm also playing the game a bit differently here than when I started it initially, so that's why I want to make sure the settings are the same. Good of you to come. This time it will be a trial of character. Ooh. Bear in mind, that is final. Nothing will be saved. Alright, that's interesting. So, we have one chance to play through the entire game. So it's not long, but it might be really difficult. Now what I'm most interested in is what kind of DLC this will be, because the developers had quite a lot of options. They can obviously extend on the story of the original game, so maybe what happened to Daniel or someone else after the ending, but then they have to canonize, as they say, one of the endings. Or maybe they could show us a part of the story that we did not experience. For example, Daniel's troubles before he got to Brennenburg, or maybe the time Agrippa found the orb, maybe Herbert, what happened to him and the expedition team back in Algeria after Daniel was sent back to Europe. So there are many small bits of storylines just hanging around, and they could have worked with one of those. Or maybe this is entirely separate from that game. It has something to do with Amnesia. It's set in the same world, maybe, but it's not part of the story we know as the Dark Descent. Maybe it explains something about the nature of the supernatural in Amnesia, maybe the orb or Alexander's world. We don't really know anything about that, or the many dimensions that Weyer got to explore. Maybe what some of these creatures were that tried to kill us so hellbent on trying to kill us in the first game. Maybe that invisible creature in the waters, which I do believe was mentioned, came from that other dimension where Alexander wanted to go back to. But hey, let's see. Let's find out. Come on, wake up. You need to get going. the same loading screen. I still don't know what it means, and we indeed get a menu with some options, the same kind of basic options. I think everything is pretty much the same here. Show death hints. Did we ever get hints upon dying? Most of the time it was like, you're dead and just restart. But in this game's case, even that won't help much because we have to restart from the beginning, so that is quite interesting for sure. Well, that bottle right there on the right looks really out of place. I'm not sure what that is doing there, but it is suspicious. Let's start. Indeed, start a new game. Let's climb into the suspicious hole in the wall. That's always a good idea. It's a welcoming looking hole. Really nice shape too. Now, what are we loading? Okay, that is already some enemy. At least that is what it looks like. I feel like we're just going in and out of consciousness here. And we are hung up. Okay. So we are in a cell. It looks like we are in the dungeon of Brennenberg, but to be perfectly honest, it's difficult to really decide if this is Brennenberg or not. One thing that is nice, we actually got a mattress, because if you remember, in the dungeons of Brennenberg, they only got the wooden bed frame and that's it. Harsh treatment. We actually have no notes, no diary entries, and no mementos, and a completely empty inventory, but at least we are in good health. Nothing seemed to have changed a lot compared to the base game, and we have this odd rope system here. Locked firmly. Alright, I'm not sure how this rope will help us, but one thing that I want to show you here is how this rope is twisting around here. You can see that it's a looping design. You can see the little bits coming together here. And in a way it looks almost like as if it is 2D and is just twisting around to appear 3D. It's like a 3D string with some textures on it, which is a clever way to go about such a challenge.
Bienvenue. You are now listening to the sound of my disembodied voice. It will serve you no purpose to look for me, for this is a voice from the past. I bid you welcome to my cabinet of perturbation. It is my study of the human psyche, specifically yours. A set of recordings have been prepared to chaperone you through the chambers ahead. There are a few parts to this study, and it is up to you, not only to pass, but to figure out what elements are important. Please go on. Move into the next chamber. Just remember, they can all be saved. There is always a way.
Oh ho 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 ho, so we find ourselves in a twisted game. Now this is really interesting. Back then such voice recordings were new, so it's clever how this female voice explains that this is a recording from the past, and this is only her disembodied voice. Really clever. Oh, good to know. That's what was up there? Okay. Well, thank you. Impressive. Well, we got the task, or rather we were tasked with quite a challenge here, because we not only have to survive, but figure out what is important, and let's not forget what I think is the most important piece of information we received. Everyone can be saved. So I feel like in every chamber ahead we will face some sort of a challenge, a game in which we can try to save someone. But it will seem difficult to do so. And that's why it was said that it is a trial, a challenge of the character, right? Because you can give up on these people and just find an easier way out. But we won't be doing that. Oh no. Oh, you won't scare me like that. You challenge me. You better have quite the idea. If you want to scare me. Oh, now that's nice. That's nice because we actually saw something move there. It wasn't just a voice. It was something more. So we have two hallways here. We better check both of them. Broken leather. Yeah, I just take all of that. Thank you very much. Piece of a broken leather. I guess this leather should have a top part as well, but maybe that was buried by the rubble. I'm not finding any oil or even one tinderbox, so I'm assuming that I will continue my journey in the darkness. Well, this is the first chamber. Let's see what we have. There's something underneath us, and I do not want to fall down there. At least not yet. First I want to see what we have.
If you could help me, I would be much obliged.
Aha, we already have someone. I do not like that clock sound. That would suggest that I have to be quick about whatever I'm doing. So first let's look around and get everything that we might need. Now we could see in the first room that when I picked up,
Help me, please.
yes, when we picked up the lantern, a mechanism sprung into action and it opened, or rather broke the lock on the door, opening it. Now that means there are certain things that can happen if I change something in the environment. So let's say,
It's not too late to set things right.
yes, let's say that I pull this obvious lever. Well, what if that spike then lowers? So I have to be careful.
There.
Yes, I am here. Worry not. I'll try my best. I have to break this lock. That's my main objective here. So let's go around. Nice and easy. That is a number 1. So let's see what's in room number 1. What is that? There is a hand mark by it, and I can pick it up. I have absolutely no clue why this is important. How did I escape? I did not. Someone let me escape. It's all just part of the trial. I am not free. I am just led to believe that I am. Again, this is a sick and twisted game, but it is not mine. I do like the idea. That is for sure. I can't really move this more, and I don't see anything here that could be of use to me. These shackles are not exactly useful as they are chained to the wall. That's number 2. Let's see. Odd noises, I must say. Probably the neighbors having some fun. Or maybe that was a sound echoing from the past, as someone had their way with this chair and this saw. Maybe a saw that I would need to find. Oh, I can go down there as well.
Justine?
Who is Justine? That's the big question. Well, let's see. That was 2 and this is 3. Forgive me. For what? Oh, what's this? Huh, that's an odd looking thing, that's for sure. Let me shed some light on it. Doesn't look too useful to me as of now. A bucket, but it's empty. Luckily. Well, let's see what we have here. Oh! Justine, my love, I know I am not as talented as Melo or as strong as Bazir, but I am certain my love is truer. Do not my scars tell you so? I will continue to cut myself as long as it pleases you. I would even kill Basil if you wish. I know you say you like it, but he's hurting you. I will trick him to consume the bromide. Poor Justine, I will help. Just ask me to help. Alois? So this, right here, is an interesting piece. This is not a note, this is a letter. And let me actually look up really quickly how to pronounce it, because I know its name means love letter, and it is from French. And as far as I know, and apparently my memory serves me well, it is pronounced Billy Do. This is a love letter, but it sounds like it is from someone with a troubled mind. So we know that there is someone called Justine, Malo, Basil, and Alois, and out of these 4 names I probably butchered 3. I'm kind of certain-ish about Justine, not about the rest. But this is interesting, so we got ourselves in some sort of love triangle? Or maybe it's a love square, who knows? That is 6.
Help me, please.
Yes,
help me.
yes, I know, 5. So this will be 4, if I'm not mistaken, yes. Why do I go in the order of numbers? Honestly, not much of a reason. Oh! That's not under me. That is not on. Oh. I'm in serious trouble.
It's all right.
I thought something was underneath. Apparently it was not. Alright. Trial and error. My children, trial and error. So it seems we will have to go through certain parts of the game plenty of times, but that's fine for now. Every time we discover a different part of the game. Now I'm not sure if this was timed or it was triggered by something that I did. But for now, I will have to trace my steps back to that chamber. And let's not forget all the things that we have found. So far we have 2 pieces of equipment, I would like to say. But I just realized there's actually more. So first off, we have to listen to this. And that will lower the lantern.
Bienvenue. You are now listening to the sound of my disembodied voice. It will serve you no purpose to look for me, for this is a voice from the past.
Yes, yes, I know.
You're welcome to my cabinet of perturbation. It is my study of the
So we have the lantern. That is the first thing we have. The second thing we have is the broken ladder, and the third is the love letter that we found. That's all we have so far. Now, one thing that I will try to follow in this game is a kind of mindset. I do not mind if I die. I am immortal in a way after all. However, I will try not to put others' lives at risk. So I will not do something that might get the other people around me in danger. So here I think there we had nothing except for this vial that we still don't know what it is. Oh, actually we found some laudanum here. I forgot about that. Nothing here. Now here, this is actually a dead end, so this is not where that creature came from. I wonder where it came from then. Yes, we have this. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. So this is interesting because this is what I have done before. Now let's try to go in here. Did that creature appear now? And does it know that I'm here? Something is outside those bars. And apparently not even the cell door can keep it at bay. Alright. Hopefully it walked away. At least I hope so. Now let's see what this is. A new plan. Ooh, this is indeed in French. This is, I would want to guess, April 22nd, 1858. Salutation, Inspector Marot of the Sûreté Nationale. As you very well know, the chief of police in Calais has turned down my request to pursue Justine Florbel for stealing my son away. Isn't that called a kidnapping? Ever since their affair started, Alois, my son, has forsaken his duties to his family and failed to pursue his career. Oh, so it's an affair. But in that case, maybe it's not a kidnapping. But we learned that Alois is this person's son, and Alois is the person who wrote that love letter. Since the law seems unable to find a crime within the realm of Mademoiselle Justine's actions, I will ask you to receive Dr. Victor Fournier later this week. He is a respectable alienist, an expert in the human psyche, and he believes he may have found a legal way to incarcerate her. Say that she's insane. If he is able to diagnose her as a hysteric, it would provide you an ample excuse to have her locked up. Yeah, that works. There was a time in the past when pretty much anyone could be labeled as hysteric, especially women, and yeah, that's a loophole of old law. I trust you and your agency will not turn us down. Cordialement, Lucien Racine. I'm pretty sure I butchered all of these names. Now then, I really hope that that creature does not want to return here. So let me close this door once again and see what we have. So you're still alive, that's great news. This is still caved in. This is not broken out. I thought the creature would come through here, so where in the heck did the creature come from? Was that there?
Have you seen Justine?
No, I did not see Justine. I have plenty on my plates, you know. Stop asking so many questions, I don't know. Okay, hopefully this is nothing too crazy. Alright, nothing here, bucket. Oh, moving a mattress in these games, haha, reminds me of the good old times. That's a Bible, I believe. Yeah. And nothing underneath the bed. Still. In these cells we have mattresses. That's an upgrade.
Have you seen Justine?
Now I have to break that, but so far I have not found anything that could help me with such a task. These wooden planks might break, but there's metal underneath, so I don't think that's the way to go.
Please, help me.
However, there is this trapdoor here. Can I open it? It will not budge. Wondrous. So many questions.
Can you hear me? It's not too late to set things right.
Can I break this maybe with a box? Wrong button. Would be too easy. Yep, no surprise. Now I have this. I still have no clue what this is. It could be acidic and help me, but then again it might be something that I don't want to break. So let's try to bang everything against everything and hope something happens. It will not budge.
Anyone there?
Yes, I am here. Well, I could try to climb up there. It would be quite the spectacle, but hey, we are here for a reason and I have all the time in the world. If you ever watch a Saw movie, just pay attention to how many mistakes are made by the characters simply because they are rushing. It's astonishing. Alright, we need more. We've been through this before. I did not escape. Now let me build my ladder of barrels. This is really stupid. And I don't know why I can jump atop that barrel. Yes, don't worry about it. I will, at least I will try. Maybe, if I'm in the mood. Nah. No. Perfection. Look at that. Now I need another chair. And they say Minecraft is so good. Well, take this, Minecraft. I'm playing Minecraft in Amnesia. And holy fuck, it actually works. Ha ha! What's that? Come on! Oh, I saw it, you bastard. Just a little bit. It's too high up to reach. Well, at least we tried. And I would say we did not fail, to be honest. Oh! I just broke an ankle. Don't worry about it. It will probably heal up. Perfection. Okay, so we found the dead end. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, let's try to bang some things up against some other things again. No, I can't break these, apparently. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Okay, let's try to put this atop my tower. I'm building Jacob's ladder here. Yeah. Well, this is a quite DIY project, if you ask me. In theory, I am higher up now. It's too high up to reach. What do you want from me? Okay.
How did you escape?
I really do not want to pull that lever. it just feels too obvious. That's the problem. Well, I guess we only have this to try, so let's try this. That was probably the wrong call, because this did not aim at all.
Can you hear me? It's not too late to set things right.
I do not want to pull that lever, I have to be honest with you. But I have no other clue to work off of.
Help me! Please, help me! Why?
I fucking knew it. Oh, of fucking course. There is something more to this. I was right about not wanting to pull that trigger or lever, so let's try to figure out what else we could have done. With something I certainly messed up. We have the cells numbered. Is that important? I could maybe build my ladder or staircase even higher, but even this doesn't open anything. Can I pull this back? No, I can't. My apologies. I will try to save you in the next one. Don't worry, I will probably die sooner than later. We don't have a lantern, so I can't see a darn thing here. I wouldn't be surprised if they hit something here. Well, except I can't see anything. Oh, stop losing your mind already. It's just a bit dark, that's all. But I could have done what differently? It will not budge. But I have that piece of the ladder. But I thought I would need to use it here. Let's see where our resident enemy went. Oh, here. You're an ugly one, but I need a restart. Come on. You're doing great. I want to look at you a bit, if you don't mind. Actually, let me go on top of my building. I'm curious what will happen. Things will go flying real quickly here. Come on, buddy. You really can't find the fucking door. Are you kidding me? Come on. Where the heck are you? But you got lost. You must be kidding me. How did you get lost? It's like 2 corridors. I might as well look around here a bit more if I'm here. Not that I think there's anything here that might help me. But I still need my restart. Come on, where are you? Not here. Yeah, I have to get down there, but I don't know how the creature went down there. Really? You really just fucking got up and disappeared on me. Wow. It's the first time you kill me and now you don't even show your bloody face. Fucking atrocious. Alright, let's try again. I'm telling you, these enemies are not the same. Back in my days, they had stature. They had respect, right? No? They just leave you in the middle of a chase. What kind of behavior is that? So it seems this is more like a puzzle game, which I'm actually quite happy about. I do not like to run. But it seems that they put together some interesting ideas here. And there is no saving, so I will have to restart this a million times. Trial and error it will be. Okay, stop falling over. You can stop doing that. Also, are we playing a woman here? Is this the test to see if we are good or bad?
Bienvenue. You are now listening to the sound of my disembodied voice. It will serve you no purpose to look for me, for this is a voice from the past. I bid you welcome to my cabinet of perturbation. It is my study of the human psyche.
Yes, it seems like it is.
A set of recordings have been prepared to chaperone you through the chambers ahead. There are a few parts to this study, and it is up to you, not only to pass, but to figure out what elements are important. Please go on. Move into the next chamber. Just remember, they can all be saved. There is always a way.
Now this is interesting. Indeed. That this is the test to see if she is good or bad or some twisted idea like that. So my guess is that we are playing as Justine. You little shit down there. Okay. Now let's see. Broken leather, we have that. This is actually broken. Can I get a piece from here? No, I can't. Alright, well. Get to work. Thank you, finally. Now, don't worry, I'm here. I know you're scared. We'll be done with this sooner or later. Possibly later. Get this. Nothing here. Yes, yes, yes. I know you want to get out, and I want to get you out. The question is how. Some items are important, but I don't know what. I can't move the table, but I think my idea to go up there could be useful. So let's try. I am right under it, that's a good spot.
Anyone there?
Yes, I am here. Unfortunately, I can't quite talk to you and calm you down, so I will have to listen to your ongoing pleas. Or rather you pleading. Not that I much mind that. Now let's see what we have. Chair, chair, chair.
How did you escape?
We've been through that. I know you don't know, but it already happened. Wondrous. You know, chairs are kind of like staircases in a way. That is not in any possible way safe. But we'll make it work. Haha, look at that. Perfection! Now let's take this and actually put this atop.
Anyone there?
Yes, I am here, don't you worry your head. I'm doing a little personal building project here. This will be freaking tricky. Alright. It's too high up. Now can I use this ladder maybe? Ha ha! Yes! Okay, I can go back. Don't break your neck. It wasn't right under, it seems.
Help me! Please, help me!
Okay, I have to go in here to get one of the letters. Don't mind me. No. Let me see. Dr. Victor Fournier is this person who is an expert in the human psyche. Now why this game is throwing me for a loop is because of the French names. I can't really decide if someone is a male or a female character. That's my trouble. And what we heard, the voice, was a woman. So I'm guessing that she is a sort of psychiatrist. You know, just for the record, it's really rude to leave the door open. Nah. I can't do anything about this, and I still don't know what that liquid is. It might help me open this. It could be some sort of oil, because seemingly there's nothing holding this bag, but for the time being, almost destroyed my perfect chair system here. Rude. So for the time I can't really quite figure out if I am supposed to save these people.
Have you seen Justine?
Of course, I won't kill them, that's fair enough, but I don't know if I have to save them or not, so for the time being I will say that this is enough. You know, this is a really bad time to get myself caught by something. Fantastic. Okay, I think we are good. I still don't have any oil, so I don't know why I have the lantern, to be perfectly honest. You know, it would not be nice to find anything right here. Not that I think anything could fit in here, but the soundtrack certainly suggests that I should get the holy hell out of this place. Calm down, whatever you are. Left, right, who knows where I need to go. Is this just another loop? No, this actually is a dead end. And a pebble! I found a pebble. Is that useful? No idea. Well, I actually have pebbles all around. Maybe they are good for distraction. And these little worm-like bugs or insects that we have seen previously in the Dark Descent. I guess there's only one way, and that is down. Ow. Okay, so we survived the chamber. We did not use that oil. But then again, maybe it's not oil, the little vial. Maybe it's just a red herring. And that is why the recording said that we have to decide what is important. Maybe going down beneath the floor through that hatch is not even possible. It's not even needed. Maybe we don't have to go into the room with the prisoner. We just have to survive without killing him. Now let's listen. No cylinder in the gramophone. Oh, it's a cylinder based one. That's even older indeed. Before the days of vinyl. Why am I crouching down? As we know, this is impossible to take apart. Wink wink, laboratory. You know, all the blood leading there makes it less inviting. But hey, what's the worst we can find? This is actually a really nice place. Would have been a fool if I don't come in here. Ooh, look at that, a soul. What do we have? Ooh. Oh, legs. Those are chains on the wrist. The legs, I'm not sure, but maybe barbed wire. Someone covering in the darkness. Squeezing the hat together. And the wheel around the neck. I'm actually curious what the point of that wheel is. And once again, an interesting glass piece that I'm not sure about why it's so different. Oh, I will be honest with you, I don't know what is the English name of this thing. I would say a blower makes kind of sense, but I'm not sure. Let me look it up actually. I'm curious what this is. This is used by a blacksmith. It is for supplying air to the fire so it can burn hotter and thus make it possible to work with certain metals. And it is a blower. It is actually called a blower. Would you believe that? It has a little valve for the air and a nozzle. But it is also called a forge fan. Now look that up. Yes, this is a forge fan. Well, we learn something every day. And that is my kin right there, having a wonderful time around the fire. And that is a poke. Ow! Why did that hurt? Well, fair enough. If you leave a piece of metal in the fire, even its handle will be hot. But I'm not sure what this is. It looks like a branding iron. but it has the shape of a snail or a snake. I'm unsure about that. Oh, this is the torture piece right here, and I guess if I rotated this, that will apply a squeezing sensation to the head. Newspaper article 19 March 1858. Travesty at the conservatory. Many Parisians had gathered last night to enjoy the performance of violin virtuoso Malo de Vigny. That's not how you say that name. It was to be the grand premiere of several new arrangements of songs by fellow composer George Bizet. But the evening took an unexpected turn. Young Malo de Vigny turned up visibly intoxicated. His violin cried as the bow was jerked across the strings. That is how you play a violin. The audience seemed forgiving at first, but started to boo the man off stage as he defaced the beloved song Le Rose et la Belle. The stress apparently got the best of the young musician as he threw his bow into the audience and finally collapsed. Well, at least he didn't throw the violin. Mademoiselle Justine Flaubel, who is, according to rumors, romantically involved with Monsieur de Vigny, looked quite amused by the event and had two of her friends, Basile Drox and Alois Racine, carry him off the stage. So these are once again these four characters here. So we have this musician Malo, who is a violin virtuoso, and maybe that is why that love letter was written that Alois is not as talented as Malo. Makes sense now. The evening was saved by other musicians at the conservatory who was able to perform a most delightful impromptu concerto in Malo de Vigny's absence. The audience showered their saviors with praise, and calls for encore were awarded with spectacular pieces by both Offenbach and Chopin. Wonderful. So it seems that this Justine is quite an interesting lady. She has multiple friends. Interesting. Now what do we have here? Ooh, wait. There is some green liquid on the ground from this bottle. But is this bottle empty then? It would seem like that. I wonder what was inside of it. Well, let's listen to whatever is here, hopefully.
Congratulations for coming this far.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for you. I do hope you managed to save Monsieur Fournier. He was a friend and a colleague of my papa, you know. Friendly fellow, a real bon garçon, but frail of mind. He puts up an impressive front, but it is all an act, I assure you. Please, go on. We are just getting started.
Why do I feel like I will die again? Do we know about anyone who is called like that? Malo, Basile, no. Fournier, wait. Oh, that is interesting. So Justine is the person who is being investigated, right? The person I'm assuming we are playing as. And this Dr. Victor Fournier is actually the person who was tied up in that room. So after all, Victor is indeed a man. But that means that this person who is talking from these recordings is someone else. Why is it that psychiatrists always almost turn out to be psychopaths themselves in fiction? Good question. Well, I did not find a darn thing. Ooh, that looks lovely. Library! Now that's a lovely place. The gloomy space downstairs became a playground, a mysterious place for Justine to discover with her friends. Oh, we finally find and meet the friends? That's great! This will be a big place. Is this a statue? Let's hope. If they are enemies, I will not be happy about it.
On this next piece, you should be looking for some divine inspiration.
Ooh.
Time to delve into your spiritual side. What do you see? Is the man begging for mercy, or is he being blessed? Perhaps both. Father used to say there were no right answers. Have the light guide you.
Father, that's interesting. And who is this person you are talking about? I want to say there will be a painting here, and we are not talking about these statues. This is indeed a big place. Alright, I guess we're checking things one by one. Lovely place. I'm pretty sure most of these items are absolutely useless. But maybe not everything. Picked up slide 1. Ooh, haha. Or as the French might say, oh la la! Nah, let's see what we can find here. Tinder boxes, alright. We're actually finding some tinder boxes here, what the heck. An absolutely astonishing spiderweb. Look at that geometry. Lovely. They are little architects, aren't they? Results. The tests have been going well. The most long-term and in a sense the most promising one is the light box. Having Justine choose a slide, essentially a mood for every day, is a great way to see the larger overall development of her mind. She definitely reads things into the slides I had not foreseen. Her remarkable imagination turns the characters into just about anything, and she's able to effortlessly reduce all her experiences into one of the 4 character slides. Using the puzzle log has proven more difficult, as she tends to always choose 2 slides with characters facing the same way. I have asked her why this is, but she doesn't seem to fully understand what I am asking. This sounds like a note taken after the tests, but we are just doing this trial, which would suggest that all of this has happened before. So maybe how the game works, and that would be absolutely brilliant, is that the developers actually woven the idea of replaying the game into the actual story of the game. So every time we die, we don't necessarily die, we are just brought back to the same chamber and forget everything with the amnesia potion. The only problem is if we manage to kill someone or didn't do against it, then how do you replace those? Or maybe this is a note that is written in the style that I just mentioned, so it was written after a test, but really it is all just fiction to mess with our minds. Or there were some other tests before this, not this insanity, no, maybe this result sheet was written by the actual psychologist Dr. Richter and not this lunatic girl. Using the puzzle lock has proven more difficult as she tends to always choose two slides with character facing the same way. Okay, so we will have multiple slides. Well, not a big surprise given that they are numbered. Slide 2, let's light this so I can actually see a darn thing. Thank you. In a way, this experience is much more streamlined. If you use up tinderboxes, you get tinderboxes in the same room, which I do like. It's obviously a shorter experience, so I hopefully won't be gathering a bunch of items that I will never use. I'm still curious about the wooden crank that I finished the game with.
Who are you? Who's there?
Yeah, I guess I can.
You'll burn for this. You'll burn for this.
So I guess the idea is that I would be...
Twisted child.
I guess the idea here is because I was insulted, I would pull the lever.
Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. On
This
earth
is
as
interesting
it is in
indeed, but I don't think the child is Justine, who this obviously religious person is talking about. It is that
Lord.
woman who set up this entire thing. But I have to say this is interesting because here they went into quite a taboo with the cross on the chest. And the same idea is shown here, that someone of faith is logged up in there. Soul journal entries. Justine, age 8. What? Today I played outside with Clarice. We saw a bird pick at a snail. It carried it off and landed on the lawn fence. The snail had a shell and it cracked. Clarice cried and I comforted her. The new mate heard us and came out and scolded Clarice for playing with me. The bird took off into the air. Today I was the one with open arms. Justine, age 9. Today I played with the slides from Father's light box. Above all, I like the man standing to the right. Father asked why. I said he sees things he likes. Today I was the right one. Justine, age 10. Father said I picked the wrong slide yesterday when I made the chambermaid cry. He wanted me to pick the one with the sword while I picked the man on the right. I never picked the one with the sword. Today I was the one kneeling. Justine, age 11. Today Father came for me in my room. I still couldn't look him in the eye. He said I shouldn't feel ashamed and that I only tried to fill the void left by Mother. When he wasn't looking, I took the starstone from his collection. Today I was the one with the sword. So there is quite a backstory to who Justine is. Though I have to say I do not understand a bloody word of it, but hopefully that will change. You stay out. I have a puzzle to solve. And honestly at this point I have not the slightest of idea what the puzzle is actually. We have the light box and we obviously have to light it. And I'm assuming that burning that person would somehow give us a shortcut, just like last time. The question is why. Also, there should be 4 slides and I'm missing one. And obviously I'm missing one if I didn't visit all of the places. Silly old me. It's a nice place, I have to say. There you are. Now we have all the slides. And I guess the... Excuse me? I guess the idea is that... Don't ask what I got stuck on. I guess the idea is that I should put these slides into the light box in a certain order. Everything nice and dandy outside here. No random monstrosities trying to mess with me. Thank you, wonderful. Alright, well, let's see what kind of slides we have. We have slide number 1. It's quite nice how the numbers appear. I do like that. A frame stencil with the silhouette of a man. That's the description of all of them. That is indeed a silhouette of a man in the center. Okay, that's 1. 2, a person with a stick, or is that a sword? Are you a sword? Let's say it is a sword. Slide 3. Oh yes, the one covering in fear of being blessed, yes. And then we have number 4. Someone being proud and looking to the right. And I can't put 2 slides into the machine at once. Alright, now let's try to make sense of this madness. So here it is mentioned that the puzzle log has proven more difficult as she tends to always choose 2 slides with characters facing the same way. That means, because this was a problem, that the solution is 2 characters facing opposite. So let's see who's facing where. Here, 1 is a left, 2 is a left, 3 is a right, and 4 is a right. Okay, so the first 2 are left and the second 2 are right. That's wonderful. Now here this is interesting. Open arms, the right one, the kneeling, and with the sword. No, there are 2 options here. One that would be the more complicated is that these pictures symbolize something. So for example, here something happened, and I do believe here Justine comforted Clarice, and that is why she was the one with open arms. So that means that being kind is associated with that slide. That's one of the ideas, and then you can do the same with all the rest. The other thing that you can do is a slightly easier version, is to just look at which ones are mentioned here and place them into the machine in the order of age. So we have age 8, 9, 10 and 11, except if these slides are connected to these ages and then there is an order to these numbers. That would be even more complicated. So let's say here the one with the open arms is age 8, and then we maybe find a sequence of numbers, and in that age 8 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, something from those 4 numbers. Obviously there are only 4 slides, except if they repeat, which would be really confusing. So I think here the idea is that we have to find the one with the open arms, the one to the right, the one kneeling, and the one with the sword. If I'm not mistaken, the one with the open arms is number 1. The one to the right is number 4. The one kneeling is number 3. And the one with the sword is number 2. Except not a freaking thing happened. But there goes my plan. Actually, it's a good question what even is the plan, to be perfectly honest, because so far I don't know. I could go back to the cells. I don't know why I would want to do that, but I could. Now, it was mentioned that she always chose the 2 slides with characters facing the same way, and that's a problem. But now I actually chose them differently, but I chose 4 of them. But this line from the note would suggest that I only need to choose 2, but how do I eliminate 2? We have portraits here and the painting of the torture.
You'll burn for this.
I don't know why I wanted to light that up, but now it's all nice and tidy.
Our Father who art in heaven,
2
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
2 little holes there. Maybe I can put one of these in
The
there.
kingdoms of this world
Yes, I
are become
can.
the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Christ, our Savior.
Well, in that case, that's interesting. Here we have something religious, I would say. Now I have 2 ideas. One is the man who is kneeling. I do believe the kneeling man is number 3. Yes. And then we need someone who is blessing him. Now that can be 4. No, not 4. My apologies. That's not 4. 4 is out of the question here. That is either 2, and that is a sword, or maybe not a sword, or it's 1. I would say 1. 1 and 3, because 3 is the kneeling. And then it's like being blessed.
King of kings.
But if I pull this and I burn this person, I will be upset. Slightly. But here there are actually 2 that I need to choose. So this is what the note was about. And now I choose 2 characters who are facing each other, not in the same direction. Not a freaking thing happened. Fantastic. So I chose 1 and 3, or 2 and 3. Nothing happened either way. I will go with 1 and 3. Okay, let's try this, but I'm pretty sure I'm killing someone again.
Have
I fucking knew it. I knew it. Okay, but did anything change with these? No object to use this on? No. Nothing changed, so I murdered someone, alright. But it didn't get me anywhere closer to the truth.
You'll burn for this.
Wait, you're still alive?
You'll burn for
What the frick? I thought I killed you. What's happening in there? Tell me. So wait, this
twisted.
was not the right combination? Then it's 2 and 3. No, I killed him. So here you can try combinations. But I still don't understand for what. Did anything change with these? Maybe they got bloody or something. No. No, they did not. So now you're dead, alright, I'm assuming. And now I can pull this back. But I can still place these in here. I just don't know why. Do we have anything at all to go off of? Because I am honestly unsure about it. We have these statues, but they are the same as much as I can see. You have the 4 slides. And there are 2 that I should choose. And it wasn't the idea that I had with the blessing. So what else do we have? The one with the open arms. The one I was the right one. The kneeling one. The one with the sword. Here it is said that he wanted me to pick the one with the sword while I picked the man on the right. I never picked the one with the sword, but then 1 year later she stole something and she was the one with the sword. So maybe my idea with the slides symbolizing something is right. But what do I have to put together here? The results say the puzzle lock has proven more difficult as she tends to always choose 2 slides with character facing the same way. That if I want to choose combinations where the characters are not looking in the same direction, and it's not important if one of the slides is in the upper or lower slot, hopefully it isn't, then we have this and this combination, or We have 2 and 3 and 2 and 4. These are all the combinations where the two characters are actually looking in opposite directions. Except there is no point. Nothing happens. Now I am aware that I killed someone here. That's true. But I don't fully understand how this helped any. Because with the previous trial, killing someone made it easier for me. Here, it's not making it any easier. Actually, throughout the entire game, it's not a choice of moral standards. I'm not choosing to kill these people. I'm killing them by accident out of sheer confusion. Because I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. So I guess I will restart from here, go through the beginning again, and then try not to kill this person and figure out what the heck I need to do. Now there could be that there are only 3 tries that I have with this puzzle. But the problem is I killed this person, and with that perhaps I softlocked myself because I couldn't pull the lever again, or maybe the lever is not even necessary for what I need to do. I have no idea. But hey, that's good. We're using our nuggins. So let's see. But actually it's interesting because every time we learn something more and we start to put together more and more of the story and understand more and more of what is happening. Nekio, welcome in. How are you doing? How was your stream? I see it was quite short. Is everything alright? Great! Good! I am confused. Thoroughly confused. Yeah, I finished the game! Oh! Spirit of the North? Didn't you just start that? It was planned to be a smaller stream. Ah, I see. Well, I hope you enjoyed that game. I heard about it. I think I even played a bit of it. But thank you so much for the raid and welcome in all you wonderful raiders. I'm the Dreadist, a monster researching horror now in the mind-bending puzzle world of Amnesia Justine. If you were there last time, you would have known. Yes, unfortunately I missed quite a lot of streams recently. But I'm happy you enjoyed the game. As always, if you need to raid and run, I understand, but if you have the time and you're interested in some confusing puzzles, then this is the place for you to be, because I am confused. Started Tomb Raider yesterday, if you didn't know. I did see that in your schedule. I indeed did see that.
Help me! Please, help me!
Now. So in this wonderful DLC of the original Amnesia: The Dark Descent, we are as far as I figured out so far, we are playing a lady called Justine, and a guy got a bit enamored by her, but the guy's father didn't really like that. And so he devised this plan to call a psychiatrist and evaluate Justine's psyche, because he couldn't get her locked up just for making her son or his son fall in love. He needed another reason, and that was that Justine is just hysterical. No, this seems to be our twisted psychological evaluation here. It's an interesting one. How's the game going? Well, it's quite interesting because we don't have saves in this game. If you die, you died. You have to start over. And the game heavily hints that you can get through the entire game without killing anyone. Only problem, I managed to kill pretty much everyone so far. So now I'm trying new things. Now I don't know what is in this bottle. I tried to use it on the lock. If it's acid, it might have worked, but it did not. My other idea is that this is some sort of oil, and because this won't budge, maybe I can lubricate it a bit. It did absolutely nothing. Wonderful. It's about lubrication.
Have you seen Justine?
Now, the only problem is, for me at least, that the entire cast's names are in French. And I cannot pronounce even one. So I am constantly confused about genders and people's identities.
Help me, please.
But that's just how we have to deal with this. I was about to ask if it's French. Yes, it is very French. It is so French that I wouldn't be surprised if I got killed by a baguette.
Can you hear me? It's not too late to set things right.
But I can show you in a moment what I mean, but first I have to build my award-winning staircase design.
Anyone there?
You see, we have to get up there. Now there is one easy way. You can lower a ladder by killing the guy screaming at us from that cell. However, that would be not good because we are good people here, obviously, and we don't do such. So we have to rather build this
Seen Justine?
wonderful contraption and go up there ourselves.
Have you seen Justine?
Yes, I might have seen her. I mean, she's me. Or I think. I'm not sure. No clarification. Look at it. Look at this. This is pure engineering at its best. Nah. Let's go up there. We have this broken ladder. And we're good to go. So we did not save the person, so to speak, but we didn't get him killed, which is pretty good. So here we have this love letter that I know in French for reasons. You know, I always like to learn the parts of a language that might come in handy. So, love letter. However, we have these interesting names. We have Justine, we have Malo, Basil, and Alois. I'm not sure about what the rest is about, honestly. And weird names. Well, here there are some more weird names. We have, I surmised that this is the 22nd of April, 1858. I'm really good when it comes to French, by the way. And here it says salutation, which I do believe is a greeting, because I think salute is hello in French. Inspector Marot of the Sûreté Nationale. Don't even ask. And here it says that the chief of police is someone who turned down the request to, well, lock up Justine Florbel for stealing my son away. That's the romance I mentioned. Ever since their affair started, Alois, who is the son apparently, it took me this letter to just figure out he was a he, by the way, but better late than never. My son has forsaken his duties to his family and failed to pursue his career. And Mademoiselle Justine's fault all this is. So the father called Dr. Victor Fournier, who will run some tests on Justine, I think. He's a respected alieniste. It sounds more Italian when I say that than French. I'm pretty sure I'm really off with the pronunciations. So this is what we know so far, but I don't even have the slightest clue how I should pronounce these names. What I figured so far, there is Justine and there are 3 guys around her. I think she kind of has a reverse harem going on, and who knows. 3 big guys and don't know the rest of the song. Ow! Thank you for the lurk! I will try to not kill too many people. So I think so far we're good. This trial, not sure. There's no cylinder. Now I'm curious if this is just, once again, something to draw my attention away from the important bits, or there's something more to this. I do like that if I touch this, I get slightly burnt. I like that detail. That's a nice detail. And as we learn, this is a forge fan. And that is the creature who is after us for some odd reason. And I don't know what this is. Now I obviously can't carry it to the next area. Okay, if you touch the fire, it hurts. I'm a freaking genius. But does this actually work, however? That I'm curious about. I think it's broken. Okay, maybe the other way around. Dum da 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 dum. I feel like this equipment is broken. Come on, don't be so picky.
Congratulations for coming this far. I've so excited for you. I do hope you managed to save Monsieur Fournier. He was a friend and a colleague of my papa, you know. Friendly
So,
fellow, a real bon garçon.
Fournier, who is, I do believe, Victor Fournier, from the plan, yes, he is, I call him a psychologist. No, he was a friend of this woman's papa. Is this the place where we looked down in the beginning? It could be, because that bar is broken the same way. Huh. But I don't think it looked like this when we looked down. Well, let's go into the library and figure this shit out. A gloomy space downstairs. I'm not sure. I'm honestly confused here what I need to do. And I'm pretty sure the game wants that to happen. Giving me a slight headache while I'm trying not to kill everyone. Okay, so you talk
On this next piece, you should be looking for some
divine inspiration.
Time to delve into your spiritual side. What do you see? Is the man begging for mercy, or is he being blessed? Perhaps both. Father used to say there were no right answers. Have the light guide you.
I think the wording is important. No, she says you will need some divine inspiration. And as first, I thought that means that we will be doing something regarding art. However, I think here the divine is a play on words, and it is talking about religion. Interesting how much religion is all of a sudden mixed into this game. Which is another problem. Horror always likes to play with taboos. But I'm not sure what the plan here is. Now the results, I will actually look those at later. For now, I want to find all the slides, all the tinder boxes, slides. There it is. Is it important where I find the slides? Are these doors or rooms numbered by any chance? No, they are not. And here we have this odd room.
Who are you? Who's there? You'll burn for this. You'll burn for this.
I think, and this is only my guess,
Sick, twisted child.
on the other side of this room there is a priest, and this
Our Father who
is the situation he found himself in. Just like how Justine, or not, just like how in the base game the torture methods were shown to the people being tortured with those drawings. That was odd, whatever happened there. Now here, I'm not sure what piece of information I have to use. Justine's old journals or something else. I have not the slightest of clues. There are religious paintings here. There is this wall, but I don't think there's anything to do with this. What? Come on. Stop being a bother. Trying to figure this out. What are these? Chained statues. What's the point? It's really interesting how... because this is a game, I'm trying to look for whatever I can to interact with. And there are a few things you can interact with, but not everything is important. I'm pretty sure those glasses were only there because the developers noticed that they look out of place, so you would think they are useful for something, when in reality they are just there to confuse you. Oh, stop it already. What do you want? The funny thing here is there is no way out. That is what puzzles me. Where should I go after I'm finished here? It's jammed. I can't even go back. So there has to be a way out of here. And maybe it has nothing to do with this entire slide business. Because what can the slides do? There has to be some sort of a door or something somewhere. If only I could find it. This is empty. And this has something behind it. This is the way out. Because all the other bookshelves, as I even mentioned in the base game, they have a gap behind them for some unknown reason. That one does not. So let's see if there's a book that I should maybe pull on. Sorry. I'm really sorry about this. I hate to harm these poor books. But I have a puzzle to solve. And maybe the puzzle is that I shouldn't be so focused on whatever made up idea the game presents to me. Maybe it's much easier than that. Because if you just play the game, you obviously think, well, you have to do something with the slides because you found the slides, right? You can look at the slides, right? Yes, but what can you do with them? Not much. And as far as I tested last time, pulling the lever doesn't do anything, it just hurts that poor person. So let's try not to hurt the poor person. No, it was said that there is a way to save them all. And in the previous trial, in the previous chamber, if you pull the lever, you got a way out. However, the person died right away. Here we could pull the lever 3 times and then he died. It was never said that we wouldn't need to harm people to get out, only that we don't have to kill them. You see that mark on the floor? Those are scratch marks, because that is how this turns, and you can even see the light coming from underneath. There is something behind this bookshelf, something that I missed. The question is, how do we open it? And so far I have no answer. Wow, that was nice. I love the light engine, and really the entire engine in this game is freaking amazing. As I mentioned, it's kind of rare nowadays for a game to use its own engine, an in-house engine from the developers. Everything is mostly made in Unreal these days. Back in the days, sometimes it was Unity as well. You know what's interesting? This one bookshelf has a different color. Isn't that odd? But maybe this doesn't make any sense, and there is a good chance that this doesn't make any sense. However, I'm not hurting anyone in the process, so might as well try my best. I have to open this somehow. And I would have a feeling that, logically, the way to open this door is also in this room. Now that might be a false assumption, however, but I'm sure the doorway is here. The only question is how you open it. There is nothing on this bookshelf. Maybe put something on the bookshelf? I'm not sure how that would work, I will be honest. But then again, nothing really makes sense for me right around now, so let's try. Yeah, that did absolutely nothing. Fair enough. There is light coming from there, but I can't crouch down enough to really see that. And I can't grab the bookshelf itself. I don't see any buttons, and there's obviously no books to be pulled here. So maybe it has to do something with the slides, but at least we know that we have to leave here. The question is how. Now, as far as I figured, the one is the man with the open arms. Yes. That's alright. The second is the man with the sword. That still looks odd to me. It doesn't really look like a sword. Then we have the man cowering in fear or being blessed. And there's the fourth, the man on the right, or rather looking to the right. That's all we have. Now we have to figure out what the heck to do with that information. So here we have the results. The results say that Justine chose a slide, essentially a mood for every day, is a great way to see the larger overall development of her mind. She definitely reads things into the slides I had not foreseen. Her remarkable imagination turns the characters into just about anything, and she's able to effortlessly reduce all her experiences into one of the 4 character slides. Wait. Maybe, just maybe, this is not this test that we are in right now. Maybe this test was run by Justine's father, whoever that was. And this happened the same time as the journal entries, right? And that's why it is said that she chooses a slide, essentially a mood for every day, and that shows the larger overall development of her mind, and that she can reduce all her experiences into one of the 4 character slides, right? Now here's the thing, using the puzzle lock has proven more difficult as she tends to always choose 2 slides with the character facing the same way. I have asked her why this is, but she doesn't seem to fully understand what I am asking. Now here with the journal, then maybe I was right that we have to look into what the act was that led to a certain result. So here she comforted Clarice, and today she was the one with the open arms. So something is good is the number 1 figure. I played with the slides from Father's lightbox. Above all, I like the man standing to the right. Father asked why. I said he sees things he likes. Today I was the right one. Now this is the most confusing to me. What does this mean? I was the right one. The man standing to the right. Well, actually this man is not standing to the right. He's facing to the right. And also this could be a play on words that she was the one who was right. She was the right one. But what does it mean? He sees things he likes. Now actually that figure looks to the right. Father said I picked the wrong slide yesterday when I made the chambermaid cry. He wanted me to pick the one with the sword, while I picked the man on the right. I never picked the one with the sword. Today I was the one kneeling. Today Father came for me in the room. I still couldn't look him in the eye. He said I shouldn't feel ashamed and that I only tried to fill the void left by Mother. But we don't know what happened. When he wasn't looking, I took the star stone from his collection. Today I was the one with the sword. So the sword is something bad. The one with the open arms is something good. The right one is just mysterious, and the one kneeling is someone who is sorry, maybe? I picked the man on the right when she should have chosen the one with the sword. I never picked the one with the sword. I'm honestly confused about what the heck I would need to do here from this bit of information.
King of kings, Lord of lords.
Now my original idea was that I would take the one who is the one with the open arms and free the kneeling one, and that is like being blessed as
And he shall reign omnipotent
as the recording said. Or maybe change the one to a 2, that is the one with the sword. But nothing happens. Maybe I have to pull, but maybe not. So that's a question. So that was my original idea. Let's get these lights up. Maybe this helps something. If I have all the lights. Maybe even this one. Yep, not a freaking thing changed.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
There's obviously something here, and it says, it even mentions it, no diaries and no mementos. It even says puzzle lock. The puzzle lock is difficult because she tends to always choose 2 slides with characters facing the same way.
Become the kingdom.
But I tried all of the options So this is to the left. 2 is to the left as well. 3 is to the right. And 4 is to the right. Now if we want to be good, I guess, there are a few interesting matches. A twisted idea would be to have the man on the right, who is 4, and the one kneeling. That would be interesting because even though they are facing the same way, that would mean that the one who is looking to the right, the girl said that he likes, or what was it exactly? He sees what he likes? Yes, here. He sees things he likes. So that would mean that if you put the one kneeling in combination, then he likes to see the other one kneel. So that would be kind of a twisted idea there. Or you could put other combinations with characters facing each other. So maybe take one that is facing to the left and 4 who is facing to the right, but this is just guesswork and I have only 3 guesses. And why is this not lit? Didn't I light all of them? I thought I did. So my problem is I don't know if I have every bit of information, because honestly I don't feel like I do. But there is a chance that I'm just really over-analyzing something or under-analyzing. And I'm okay with that, but the game does not exactly tell me how or what I'm doing. I'm just trying to do something. And as much as I could try every single combination, which would be a lot, because that's 12 in total and I can only try 3 before I kill the guy. And that's why it's interesting, because if I kill the person, then I can try new ones. I can pull the lever, so I'm not sure if the lever pulling is important at all. This is obviously important, and I know I'm just going around in circles. I am more than aware of it. But I am honestly somewhat stuck in my current situation. I could imagine maybe one of the paintings holding some kind of secret. Again, it's obviously religious, so I would think that the number 1 slide is important. And the sword is not. The sword is something bad based on the girl's explanations. But I have not the slightest of clue. Because I have to choose 2 of them. Based on what? Well, I figured that there's nothing here. Frick! A book. Nothing in there. Pretty sure this will not do anything. Let me out!